Now another what if option is the use of scenarios. Now scenarios are quite useful if you have a set of data, as we have here with our sales data 2013, and you want to experiment with a set of numbers. What the scenario effectively does is store those sets of experimental numbers, you to then apply them as you require them. Taking January as our working example, it may be that the West figures here, we want to do some experimentation with them. So I'd like to swap and change around these values here. I'm just going to highlight them a slightly different color so that we know which cells we're talking about. So it's now the green cells. So these values in the green cells I want to keep, but I want to try some other numbers out. So what I could do is I could copy those cells, paste them down here, type some more in, and then paste these back in when I need them back in again. Or we ask Excel to do effectively the same thing for us. If we highlight the cells we would like to be changing cells, go to Data, What If, and Scenario Manager. Currently we have no scenarios, but we can add a new scenario. Now the scenario name for our first set of numbers is Original. And these are our changing cells, B6 to H6, which is the green cells we have highlighted there. Created by current person who's logged in on today's date. Now you can delete the comment or you can leave it in place. OK, then shows me the values of the changing cells. Just the values I have here, so that's not a problem. OK, that's now my original scenario. If I then want another set of numbers, I would choose Add from the Scenario Manager. I'm going to call these Optimistic. Same changing cells. OK, and what I then do is I now enter the optimistic values. If we were being optimistic, the West's sales would be much more dramatic than they currently are. So we tab through and we just change each of the numbers to be much higher. When we get to the end, we then click OK, and we have a second set of numbers. So we have optimistic and original. If I then choose optimistic and show, what Excel does is it places those numbers into the sheet, and we saw there was a knock-on effect then to the totals, the total at the end of the row and the totals at the bottom of each column. If I want to go back to the original, I choose original and show, and the original numbers are then put in place. So the Scenario Manager is effectively holding those numbers for me to use them and to change them. If I then want another set of values, I can go to Add, Pessimistic, same changing cells, OK, and this time the numbers are going to be a lot lower. These are very bad sales figures. We're just entering some randomly lower numbers than the values that are originally there. And then OK, saves those numbers. So now I've got three sets of numbers: pessimistic, very low; optimistic, very high; and then original. If I close the Scenario Manager, I'm then looking at my sheet, and I can come back to What If, Scenario Manager, and then just run between them. Optimistic, pessimistic, original, optimistic. Once I close the Scenario Manager, because I can't get out of it if I don't, I'm left with the last choice I made, which was the optimistic numbers. The only issue we have here now is I know I'm looking at the optimistic numbers. Anybody using the sheet doesn't know that these numbers are classed as optimistic. They are different from the original. Really what we should have is another cell within the range of changing cells. So I go back to What If, Analysis, Scenario Manager, go back to the original and edit. What I want to do to the changing cells is add in another cell. So I put a little comma at the end of that range, and let's choose this cell here, A9. OK, what I then see is A9 is empty, and I'm going to type in there the word original. OK, the problem is I need to then do this to all of the scenarios. Ideally, it should have been done at the start, and then the changing cells would have been copied through. So it's a comma at the end of the current range, and then A9 again. OK, all the way through to A9, optimistic, and then the last, pessimistic, edit, again a comma at the end of those cells, adding in A9 again. OK, and changing the value of A9 to pessimistic. Now you will find when we apply any one of our scenarios, as well as putting in changing cells in the green cells, it places the label that I've added in to A9. So optimistic, then says optimistic; pessimistic, then says pessimistic. The advantage of the changing cell with the text in is when the Scenario Manager is closed, we still know that the figures that are in here are what we're classing as optimistic because of the label we've added into A9. Same if we change that to pessimistic, close, it then says pessimistic in A9. So it's more a tip of using the scenario manager than a specific requirement. The requirement is the changing cells, because they're the ones that are going to change every time you change and run a different scenario. There are no restrictions on the number of scenarios, so you could have hundreds of them, in which case a label visible on the screen would be much more helpful. And there's no restriction on the number of cells within a scenario range, but they must be cells without formulas, because we're changing the raw numbers that then feed into the formulas. So all the scenario cells must be non-formula cells. It's a great little tool for experimenting with numbers, whereas previously you might have had to replicate sheets and try different numbers out. So you would have multiple sheets of the same data, apart from a little set as we have here in green, that you would want to experiment with different numbers for.